Hello Year 4, it's Miss Bellis here. How are you today? I hope you're well. Today we're going to continue our learning on geometry. Last time we looked at sorting or classifying triangles, and today we are looking at classifying and sorting quadrilaterals. What is a quadrilateral? Emma tells us that quadrilaterals are polygons or shapes with four sides. We have quite a few different four-sided shapes or quadrilaterals in our In Focus task. It asks us to look for similarities between quadrilaterals that allow you to put them in groups. What can you spot about these quadrilaterals? Are some of them the same, and why? What are the differences? How would you sort them into different groups? Holly has put these four shapes in a group. Can you spot what's the same about them? Let's have a look. She says that each has four equal sides. We can easily see this with I and O. They are squares, four equal sides, and four equal angles. If we look carefully, we can see that S and R also have four sides of the same length. S is a rhombus, and so is R. This is a bit like a square that's been pushed over. The lengths of the sides are the same, but the angles have changed. Charles has put I, O and P in a group, two squares and one rectangle. What do these have in common? Charles tells us that the similarity with these shapes is that they all have four right angles. Hannah has sorted the shapes this way. Have a look. In what ways could Hannah have sorted them? How are the quadrilaterals in group 2 different to the ones in group 1? What is Hannah's rule? If we look closely, we can see that the quadrilaterals in group 1 have parallel lines. These are lines that head in exactly the same direction, but would never meet. We can see that with the group 1 shapes, their opposite sides are parallel. If we look at S, we can see a set of parallel lines here and here. Quadrilaterals that have opposite sides that are parallel are called parallelograms. But what do you notice about the quadrilaterals in group 2? That's right, these have one set of parallel lines. On E, they are here and here. But these sides are not parallel. They don't go in the same direction. What are the group 2 shapes called? Hannah tells us that a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel lines is a trapezium. So group 1 are parallelograms and group 2 are trapeziums. Ravi sorted the shapes like this. He has classified them into their shape names. Under rhombus, he has put S and R, as they have four equal sides, but not four right angles, only two equal angles. He has put G as a parallelogram. The opposite sides are parallel. I is a square, four equal sides, and four right angles. And P as a rectangle, four right angles, and opposite sides of equal length. So here's the guided practice, and in the first part of it, you're asked which of these shapes are squares. It's easy enough. But Emma asks why. How can you prove a shape is a square? What are the special properties or features of a square? In the rest of the guided practice, you need to identify which of these quadrilaterals are rectangles, trapeziums, and parallelograms, and explain how you know. Elliot also asks, are any of the quadrilaterals on the page rhombuses? What do you know about rhombuses to be able to spot one? So here's the worksheet, and this is very like what we did with the triangles. We have these quadrilaterals, and you need to colour the squares blue, the rectangles green, the rhombuses red, the parallelograms yellow, and the trapeziums orange. And in the second part of the worksheet, you need to label these quadrilaterals by filling in these boxes. So here are the answers to question 1. And here are the answers to question 2. So here's an extra challenge to really get you thinking. So each line is one side of the named quadrilateral. So this line is one side of a rectangle. Can you draw the other 3 sides? And here are the challenge answers, and you can see that for a few of them there was more than one answer. So that's it for today. Do keep on sending in your learning. We love to see it. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.